Hello and welcome to Relyence training on using Relyence FMEA SmartSuggest. Relyence FMEA SmartSuggest helps to ensure that your FMEA data remains synchronized throughout your analysis tree. From the SmartSuggest panel, you can see recommended data suggestions and then choose those that are most appropriate for your analysis. If the SmartSuggest pane is not already displayed on the right, simply click the SmartSuggest button in the toolbar and click Show Suggestions. SmartSuggest can be used with any built-in or custom DFMEA worksheet template and can be especially effective for AIAG and VDA-based FMEAs. In this case, our drone example has the Relyence built-in AIAG and VDA template applied. Using the Show Suggestions options of FMEA SmartSuggest allows you to choose high-level causes to use as failure modes on your current analysis tree selection, and higher level modes to use as effects on your current analysis tree selection. Let's look closer at how to take advantage of the SmartSuggest panel. For example, you might want to consider additional failure mode and effect data for the motherboard based on cause and mode data at the next higher level or quadcopter drone. To keep the data consistent and integrated, you can use Relyence FMEA SmartSuggest. SmartSuggest reviews FMEA data at the higher level to come up with a list of suggestions for data to include in your FMEA worksheet at the lower level. For example, let's note that there are 14 causes entered at the quadcopter drone level. We'll see these in just a moment as suggested modes at the next lower level. This can provide confidence that your FMEA coverage is complete and data is managed across your worksheets. So next I'll select the motherboard analysis tree item. In order to see any suggested failure modes, I simply click in the failure mode column. Here in the SmartSuggest pane, we see all suggestions, which are higher level causes. This list currently includes the 14 higher level causes we observed on the DFMEA worksheet for the next higher level quadcopter drone analysis tree item. Note that you can opt to show all values, like in this case, or show values not used within this subsystem. This second option will eliminate any higher level causes or higher level modes that you've already entered for the given analysis tree item. So with all values displayed, we're seeing all suggestions from the next higher level. If you want to produce a more focused list based on the most relevant next higher level functions, you can use the next higher level function and requirements field. In this case, when considering data at the motherboard level, perhaps only 2 of the 3 functions for the quadcopter drone are relevant. This results in a more limited list, in this case, 12 higher level causes. Upon review of the list, let's say that I identify that another possible failure mode for the motherboard is the flight controller short. I can add it and keep it connected to the higher level cause data by selecting the row in the table and choosing Insert. This adds the new record and connects it to the higher level data. Note that if an associated failure mode already existed and you just want to connect the higher level data to it, you could use the Connect option instead. You can see once it is inserted, the data appears with an icon to indicate it is connected to data on another FMEA worksheet. This means that any modifications made to this data will automatically be applied to all connected locations to keep your data always in sync. Assume I'd like to enter effect data in a similar fashion. I'll move over to the Effect field. Upon review of the data in the SmartSuggest pane, let's assume irregular motor speeds is an applicable effect. Once again, I click to select the row and click Insert to create and connect the data. Then I could continue with all other DFMEA data entry as normal. Now back to our example linked failure mode and linked failure effect. Note that due to the connections for these two data fields indicated by the linked symbol, if any changes are applied at the higher level, they are automatically applied at the lower level. For example, for the linked failure effect, let's choose to go to the connected failure mode. As an example, I'll modify the failure mode to read irregular motor rotating speeds. I'll save the change and return to the lower motherboard level. Note the updated failure effect based on the linked higher level mode data. You may have also noticed the disconnect from option. Should you prefer to disconnect an effect from a higher level mode or to disconnect a mode from a higher level cause, you can do so using the disconnect option. Note that when you do so, the data remains as independent data as if you had entered it manually. So if you want to efficiently keep your FMEA data synchronized throughout your analysis tree hierarchy, take advantage of Relyence FMEA's SmartSuggest Show Suggestions feature. If needed, continue with the second video in this two-part series, which explains how to use the Highlight Warnings feature of FMEA SmartSuggest. This concludes this Using Relyence FMEA SmartSuggest tutorial. Thanks for watching. Please visit our website or contact us with questions or to obtain pricing and purchasing information.